Welcome to the Instagram stories for Thursday, December 21st. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. First, let's jump into the TikTok news. TikTok is launching an improved experience on tablets and foldable devices. I know what you're thinking. Instagram doesn't have an iPad app yet. It's been 12 years. Why is TikTok on this? Because TikTok knows that people want to use different devices to watch all of the awesome videos on there. The quote from TikTok, "People can now watch their favorite videos on larger screens and experience a clear video feed, streamlined navigation bars, and orientation support that will take their TikTok journey to the next level." End quote. In the show notes, I will link to an article from the TikTok team, but basically on tablets, it will have a more refined video feed that will have enhanced clarity on the bigger display, improved navigation, and new slider bars at the top and bottom of the screen. Additionally, support for landscape and portrait viewing. Again, this is something that Instagram continues to deprioritize and seems to have no interest in creating whatsoever. So kudos to the TikTok team for stepping up to the plate and making it happen. And let's do another piece of TikTok news. TikTok is testing new desktop-based tools for creators and marketers. Before I get into this story, a lot of times when I say the word desktop, what I mean is a laptop or a desktop computer, as opposed to mobile. I think we just use those terms very confusingly sometimes, myself included. So when I say desktop, you just think computer, laptop or desktop, either one. TikTok is working on new tools to help creators maximize their performance, this time via desktop-based creator tools, including a new Creator Center user interface, which has more analytics insights, updated discovery tools, and will be utilizing conversational AI. On the new Creator Center, on the desktop version of the app, some users with a business account are now seeing a new format for the analytics UI, which better lays out the various data points in a full screen viewing mode. I will link to a screenshot that you can check out. Basically, it shows your content performance over the past few days, audience response, dedicated full screen displays of all the stats that you care about. If you're someone who prefers to spend more time on a physical computer than a tiny screen, you will appreciate this. TikTok is also working on its Creative Center, which is where creators can find all the various insight tools like top ads, what trends they should be creating content for, keyword insights, and more. TikTok has added a new conversational chatbot guide to help users find exactly what they're looking for. Like, for instance, brainstorming TikTok creative ideas, writing TikTok ad scripts, and more. I like this usage of AI. I think it's a great idea. I will link to all of this in the show notes. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive into some CapCut news, so stick around. And we're back. Okay, keeping with the theme of TikTok news, now let's dive into some CapCut news. CapCut is a video editing app, and I would say the best video editing app on mobile devices. It's owned by TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, and they recently launched the Long Videos to Shorts feature. This is a tool that is part of CapCut that helps you create multiple short-form videos from one long-form horizontal video by just clicking one time. It's available for the desktop version of CapCut. Here's how this works. Users can upload a video that is more than 1 minute long, but shorter than 3 hours. Then they can choose the specific segment of the video that they want to convert. Select from various durations, including auto, less than 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds, and 90 seconds to 3 minutes, and then click convert. Once the short form videos have been generated, users have the option to edit them further using any of CapCut's features and tools, including captions. Here's why this matters. If you're doing, say, a video interview, you have a podcast and you normally post it on YouTube, but you want to make clips for TikTok, which is not the easiest thing to do. This is a really great way to do that, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of time editing. You just want to get those 30-second clips or 90-second clips. CapCut will handle that for you with just one click. I like it. I personally think that it needs more editing than that. I think video interview clips need to be really dynamic though, especially if that interview is over Zoom or a similar tool like Zencastr or Riverside. It's very hard to make those clips dynamic and engaging. I think they can be a lot more dynamic and engaging if they're in-person interviews, but through the internet, I struggle with that concept. If you've seen someone who does video interview clips really well, if you could please send that to me or tag me in it. I'm very interested in improving my video interview clips. That's it for today's news. However, before I end this episode, I mentioned recently that I interviewed journalist Taylor Lorenz all about her new book, and I'm working on editing that entire interview. Here is a clip of what I am going to be posting very soon.
Well, I wanted to write a book that sort of told the rise of social media through the lens of users, and specifically power users, how social media gave birth to this $500 billion content creator industry and how the kind of content creator industry emerged. And yeah, just tell kind of an internet history that was not just corporate narratives. I think so much of the rise of social media has been told through the lens of the YouTube book or the Instagram book or the social network, right? It's like that version of social media. And I love those books. I'm a tech reporter. I read them all, but it's very much like the corporate side of things. And I wanted to talk about the actual like people that kind of shaped these products on the outside of the companies.
I will let you guys know when I post that episode, but definitely be on the lookout for it. That is it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more social media news, strategy, or other things you need to know.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.